Hey, this is Mongo Slade. Apparently, Bill Goldberg went on The Bump or some WWE talk show that I don't watch, and he said that Roman Reigns is next. Then Goldberg began to trend on Twitter because the internet was melting down at the idea that Bill Goldberg versus Roman Reigns is back on the menu. So, a lot of people are really upset. Uh, my feelings on this has not changed. I'm okay with it. Look, sometimes I want to see race cars. Sometimes I want to see monster trucks. This is a monster truck match. I don't care. Ultimately, there were people who wanted to see Goldberg versus Reigns at WrestleMania. They were excited for it. They were interested in it. You know, Goldberg is a mainstream star, from 20 years ago. But, he still has some name value. He still moves merch. He's still a guy, So there's a lot of people. And then also you have Roman, who he's sure you don't really need to push Roman Reigns further. He's already top dog, biggest draw in the industry, all that stuff. So you don't really need, Roman doesn't need it. If we want to be honest, he doesn't need it. Goldberg doesn't really need it. But there were people, it was teased throughout 2020 that they thought it was going to happen and it didn't happen. So there are people out there who feel kind of, hey, they were going to do this anyway. Let's just do it. And then there were people who was, oh, COVID saved us from this. We don't need it. We don't want to see it. I want to see somebody else. And that's always going to be the case. You're never going to make everybody happy. So you have to look at what's going to, be good for the, let's say good for the greatest number. Even though I don't particularly like that idea, politically I don't like that idea, but in business it does make sense to have what's good for the greatest number. So you have in this issue that Goldberg is going to be good for the greatest number. Now, Bill Goldberg is contracted to wrestle 2 matches a year. I mean, according to the internet, the dirt sheets. So take it for a fact if you want. Usually, one of those matches are in Saudi Arabia, and usually the other is at WrestleMania. So because of COVID, he will not be at. There will be no Saudi shows. So likely this match will take place somewhere else in 2021. He's already had his 2 matches a year. So there's a good chance that this match could actually be at the Royal Rumble rather than at WrestleMania. So it doesn't really mess with any of my ideas. Like if I wanted, Big E versus Roman Reigns, which a lot of people do, that match could still happen at WrestleMania. What we're just saying is that after Kevin Owens, at TLC, Roman's going to wrestle Goldberg at the Royal Rumble. And I'm fine with that. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt anybody. The match is going to be 4 minutes. That's you're not going to get me to complain about something that only lasts about 4 minutes. Especially when I know it's not going to last that long going in. It's something that I think Goldberg really wants, and at his age, he can call his own shots. And I'm not mad at it. He was not happy with his 2003 run because he was just another guy. And, Vince has decided to present Goldberg in the way that Goldberg likes, which is as, monster comes in there, destroys things, wrecks stuff, and leave. Which is fine. That's the Goldberg people wanted anyway. That was not the Goldberg that was presented in 2003. We had to do a lot of selling. He had to do a lot of storytelling and different things like that. It was different. But now I'm okay with it. Yes, he's older. But we're just dealing with these sort of things now, where guys are very valuable at 50, not so valuable at 20, and that's just kind of how the wrestling game works. It's very odd. It's very odd in that way. But I'm not mad at this, and nobody else should either. They told you they were going to do this match. I mean, you can look at the placards; they're everywhere. Goldberg versus Roman Reigns, WrestleMania 36, and it got canceled. So now they're just going to double back and do it again, except for it's going to be the reverse. Goldberg was supposed to kind of come in and work heel against Roman and be the champion, but now Roman's going to come in as the champion, as the heel, working with Goldberg. Goldberg's going to get the big, he's not going to get the big monster babyface reaction, but the mass of people who don't bitch on Twitter are going to be okay. They're going to be like, yay, Goldberg, he's coming back. And sometimes you need to just relax. Again, just relax and say, Roman Reigns beating Goldberg. Okay, at least it's not Roman Reigns beating somebody that you actually like. It's not Roman Reigns running over somebody who, you know, might have a future. You know, Goldberg is the past. He can stomp the past out all day. It doesn't mean anything. You know, it elevates him in the eyes of people who are like, okay, he gets another rub because he's beaten Undertaker. He's beaten, you know, I think he beat John Cena too. He's beaten Randy Orton. You know, Goldberg's just, you know, he's beaten Triple H. It's another notch on his belt. So, okay, let's just do it. You know, Roman, hey, utilize that star power while you can. You know, Goldberg still has the ability to show up, do his 2 or 3 moves. Let's do it. You know, let Roman go ahead and win that match. And maybe we could do something spinning out of the match that makes more sense. Maybe you could, you know, write an angle which spins out of that can make the next guy a bigger star. We don't know, but I'm okay with it. People who are upset, you know, melting down, we don't really, that's not helpful, you know, so, you know, it is what it is. But WWE using Goldberg's name to push pay-per-views, not a surprise. I mean, come on. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. Also, hit subscribe. If you have the money, you could donate $1 to help the show grow. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you guys later.
I can paint the dawn with the sunrise.